Question to you.
All right, so listen, he does not understand the whole. Well, he's claiming he doesn't understand, but that's nobody's fault but his. He arrogantly waived his right of counsel. So Judge Darrell is not obligated and or permitted to give you legal advice. So if you don't understand, that is the hell on you. You non-hairline B.I. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yes. Do you want the jury instructed
I was
that
getting ready to call him a bit.
your silence must not be considered by them in any way and must not influence their verdict in any manner?
What do you mean my silence? My Fifth Amendment right?
No.
Correct. I'm not hearing a request from you to have the jury
because
given this instruction.
I don't understand why you're asking me the question, Your Honor. I never decided to or not to testify. I never decided either way.
But here's the thing: even though you don't decide not to or to testify, that don't mean that you can hold up the court. Exactly. So Judge Darrell rules on conduct. If he doesn't give an answer, that is not going to thwart the proceedings. He thinks because he doesn't have to give an actual or a clear answer or a direct answer that will hold up things. No, by your conduct, the court is going to take that as a no. We ask you want to testify, you don't want to answer. So we're taking that as a no. You got a problem with that, take it up to the Court of Appeals.
I understand that.
So how can I answer that? I don't understand why. I don't understand.
If you don't understand, then why did you give up Attorney Perry, butthole? Why did you give up your counsel? If you don't understand, you think because of your ignorance that's going to thwart the proceedings? I don't think so.
We are now at the moment where we are discussing whether the jury should receive an instruction specifically on you not testifying, irrespective of the reason for that. I believe I could modify this instruction to simply say a defendant's silence or a defendant not testifying should not be considered by the jury in any way and must not influence their verdict in any manner. Are you making such a request for a modified instruction?
I don't understand the question because I never decided to or not to testify.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, sir. I really do. But in light of the court's decision that you forfeited your right to testify,
how did I forfeit something I never?
You forfeited it by conduct. You cannot have a non-answer. He doesn't understand the process. He doesn't know the proceedings. He doesn't know how the rules are. He does not know. He does not know. Even though he was made aware. All right? When he wanted to be pro se, he was made aware of all of this. The advantages were really not even there is no advantage being your own attorney. He was made aware of the disadvantages and was ill-advised to do so. Mm-hmm. So that is the hell on him. You don't understand. Ignorance is not a defense.
The jury to be instructed something to the effect of they cannot use your silence, meaning they cannot use you not testifying against you in any way.
I don't understand because I never made a decision not to or to testify.
It don't matter.
I'll
it
ask
don't
you
matter.
one more time, and if you do not answer with
take
a
it
yes
as a
or
no.
I will take your answer
as a no.
Not answering as you are not making a request for a modified instruction.
How can you do that?
Conduct.
I want this court, sir, to instruct the jury in any way regarding you not testifying in this case.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, well.
Right. And based upon there has not been an express request made by Mr. Brooks to give either 315 as it's in the standard or pattern jury instruction or a modification as this court has suggested. 315 is to be taken out of the jury instructions.
Thank you.
How are all these decisions
because she has the authority to do so. She's the judge. You're the litigant, the defendant, the butthole, the a-hole, all of the above old. She's the judge. That's how that happens. You're nothing. You're powerless.
Made without me understanding.
because you gave up your attorney.
And I have looked over the verdict forms,
I
and
love how
other
she
than
ignored
really what I would describe as some consistency in how phrases.
I love how frustrated he looks. Look how yes, I love it. I love when he gets frustrated because he is so stupid. You gave up your right of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to deal with the opposition. End or adversity, dumbass.
Whether there's all caps, not all caps, but
All caps.
what we call the sentence capitalization for the
Shut up.
charges. For example, I want to be consistent with how I spell out first degree intentional homicide or first degree recklessly endangering safety. There was just sometimes it was capitalized, sometimes it wasn't. So we're looking through all of that to be consistent.
Now, by the way, audience, first of all, I want to say, excuse my language. He just pisses me off. And I'm like, I just want to, I wish I can just like Shawn Michaels super kick him. You know what I mean? Right? And kick his teeth out. Anyway, the reason why he's upset, because I'm pretty sure you guys seen this segment. He actually thought he was going home this day, on this day of the trial, because y'all remember he said that his mother had gave him information on the vehicle and that there was issues with the throttle body, but the problem was he didn't have any evidence to support any of that. The vehicle was already inspected. The state already got the information. It was already inspected, so they had their evidence. He did not, and so the judge denied his request of dismissal. That's why he's upset like that.
I want to make sure the word information is capitalized since that's the charging document, things of that nature. It is my practice, and you should be aware, Mr. Brooks, that I always put the not guilty verdicts on top.
You don't care.
When I hand all the verdict forms to the jury. And by that I mean it's by charge. So they're collated, if you will. So the not guilty followed by the guilty for counts 1 through 76.
Wow.
You said it's collated. What do that mean?
Get a dictionary.
So I put the not guilty, then the guilty for count 1, followed by the not guilty and the guilty for count 2, and so on and so forth.
Look how frustrated he looks. Oh, this actually makes me feel good. Like, all right, so I get upset like when he like talks back to her, but then I feel good when he gets frustrated like this. This is love. I'm enjoying this.
All the way through the remainder of the counts that are alleged in this case, which in this case total 76.
I don't understand.
Oh, well, that's not the court's fault. Shut up!
I looked
Shut
at
up!
the special questions
Will you
that
answer
are
that,
on the
Shut
guilty
up!
verdicts only. They did appear to be proper. Again, just some grammatical things, but I believe those are all accurate.
Can I
I'll
go to
turn
the other courtroom?
state.
Since you don't have to answer any questions, but I have to answer all, can I just go to the other courtroom?
Not at this time.
Why not? I keep telling you I don't understand these proceedings.
Oh, well.
You just keep running right over my rights like they...
Ignorance is not a defense. Running over your rights after you ran over Jackson Sparks and all those people at the parade. Man, you mother... Oh, my God, I fucking hate you.
Like you don't even hear me
Shut
say
up!
anything.
Attorney Basie, are you handling the verdict forms? Go ahead.
Can I go to the other
Shut
courtroom,
up!
please?
Wish I can kick you in your
Are you
face.
waiving your right to be present in this
I'm
courtroom?
not waiving anything.
Then the answer is no.
I'm making a
Exactly. The
request.
answer is no. Shut up.
Then how's it? So what? You gonna try to force me to interrupt
Yeah.
and do all this?
Yeah,
and
we're going to force you.
make the
Forcing you,
record
sir, I'd
and
like
make
you
it
to
seem
be
like
here.
I forfeited something that I came in here.
You forfeited it by conduct. How many times do you need to be made aware of that? Just like how many times are you going to keep asking the same question on direct when it was objected and sustained by the judge?
As soon as we got on the record,
Shut
I made
up,
a
man.
request to not be present for these proceedings.
Your hairline is not present. Shut up.
But when I'm making a
Shut
request
your mouth.
to avoid the drama and all that,
Man, I don't want to hear the
Yeah.
BS. Shut up. I don't want to hear
You
the BS.
waived your right to.
Exactly. Did y'all hear what Judge Darrell say? He waived his right.
Mhm.
He waived his right. So what is the problem? What happened to all the arrogance? You arrogantly did that. It don't make me flinch one bit. What happened to all that tough guy talk? What happened to all that tough guy talk? Now you bitching out.
Counsel.
I didn't waive my right to
Yes,
no counsel.
you did.
I gave you the contract.
Right.
I did not.
You're a liar.
And you won't sit here and say
You're
that
a
for the record
liar.
because that is not
No,
what
you
happened.
you are
No.
incorrect.
No, you're
So
a
we don't
liar.
have the. Do we have the
And you're-
paperwork?
Get him
Because
out
I
of here.
believe that I gave you the paperwork back that you.
Mr. Brooks, you
I
very
gave it to you, altered,
clearly
and did not waive.
Shut
have
up.
been presenting a nuanced argument regarding
That is
the
not
right
true,
to
Your Honor.
counsel
That is
Get him
not
out
true.
of
the
here.
right to assistance of counsel.
That is not true.
That's a pretty
It is true.
sophisticated argument. That's why I believe you fully understand
Mhm,
what's going on
exactly.
in this courtroom.
I don't fully
I
understand.
disagree with your
I
characterization
disagree with your
of
characteristic.
the right to counsel.
You know that you accepted
You
the way that I
waived-
gave it to
You
you.
waived
So
your
You
right.
should have did that if you
You waived your right arrogantly. You were warned of 3 experienced attorneys that was going to whoop your ass. She was trying to tell you not to do that. She tried to ill-advise you.
Mm-hmm.
But you wanted to be arrogant. Now look what you got yourself into.
Hey, questions of me not understanding.
Shut up.
I don't have any questions whatsoever.
You definitely
Get
do.
this asshole out of here.
Finding that you, by your conduct, are forfeiting your right to be present.
Well, make the finding and kick me out.
Yeah, kick
Make the
you out
finding
and put you
hold
right
me in
back
contempt,
into-
which is what you waiting to do anyway. That's why that courtroom been set up the way it has for the whole time, because at some point it's anticipated that I will be over there.
Because your mouth got you there, Darrell. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry, excuse my language. This asshole's pissing me the fuck off.
Just not impartial and which is biased.
You don't even know how to say bias, you dumbass.
It's judicial misconduct.
You don't even know how to spell that. You don't know what you're talking about. That
I
sovereign
stated from the beginning,
bullshit.
sir, that the goals of this trial.
So you reading from
Are
the paper, or
threefold.
are you reading from? Or
Yo, Judge Darrell, just get this asshole out of your courtroom. You should have just had him in the neighboring courtroom the entire time where you can be in control of the mute button. That's all. You don't have to put up with this asshole.
are you just citing what
Number
you know?
one, sir, is during the evidentiary phase of this was to control the presentation of evidence so as to ensure fairness and reliability of the criminal trial process.
He ain't trying to hear that.
That
Evidence that you
includes
didn't allow.
developing relevant facts upon which a determination of guilt or innocence can be made. What is sometimes referred to in the case law as the ascertainment of truth. There's an equal but secondary purpose related to efficiency and effectiveness. That has been my repeated use of 906.11 is what that would fall under. There's a third goal of everything that I've done here, and that is the courtesy and decorum in this courtroom.
He ain't
That's
trying to do-
sometimes referred to as civility.
But wait a minute, why would Darrell have courtesy and decorum when he know he going to jail? He know he ain't trying to abide by that. I mean, I understand she's reading, she's citing all this, but he ain't listening to that. That's BS to him. She should have just put him in the other courtroom and left him there. The Court of Appeals would understand. Trust me.
Of course, there are other goals as well, including protecting your rights, protecting the record, protecting the jurors.
How have my rights been protected, Your Honor, if I can't even put evidence into
Disagreement
the...
with the
I can't
court.
even make...
You don't have evidence. You don't have. What evidence would you have that the state does not have relative to discovery?
Exactly.
If it's outside of discovery, then it is BS. It's made up. It's hearsay. Talking about you got evidence.
evidence.
Decisions,
Shut up.
sir,
Yeah, but
Get him out of here.
or not. And
that
I
has
made that
nothing to do with me
abundantly
being able
clear.
to present evidence.
So,
You don't
Mr.
have
Brooks.
evidence.
Nothing I
This is your
nothing I
final
presented
warning.
have been able to
Get him
be
out.
admitted into
I am
evidence.
turning to the state for a discussion of the verdict forms If you interrupt me or them again, then
Kick
I
the
will make a
animal
finding
out.
that you forfeited your
Make
right
the
to be
finding.
present,
Make the finding.
and you will appear from the neighboring courtroom.
You want me to appear from the neighboring courtroom?
Kick this-
I don't.
Just let me go.
Kick this animal out. Put him in a cage where he belongs. You belong in a cage.
Attorney Basie, go ahead.
Just let me go.
I felt that all the verdict forms looked good. I did ask your
This is
clerk.
ridiculous.
All right, he's
Yeah,
interrupted.
get this animal
He's
out.
forfeited his right to be here. He's chosen to do that despite the warning from the court. Will be
There
in
wasn't
recess
no
until
warning.
this
I'm the
taken.
one that
Shut
asked.
up. Get
Over.
this
So
animal
let's
out of
see
the
the
courtroom.
other
Get out of the
court.
courtroom.
I'm the one that asked when we came in here.
You
And video
animal.
working appropriately.
I asked when we came
Shut
in here.
your mouth. Get out of the courtroom. You nasty dog.
We don't have to utilize no serious screen because I'm not
Shut
going to
up.
participate in no
You're
proceedings
going
that
to
I
jail
don't
for the rest
understand.
of your life.
I told you I don't
You're
understand.
never coming out.
Until we get the courtroom set up.
No, we don't
Let's
have to
set
be
the
in
court. Yeah,
recess.
let's get the
I
cage
don't
set
agree
up.
to it.
I'm sorry, y'all. He pissed me off. I'm sorry. I want to just come through this screen and beat the hell out of him. I'm sorry if I yelled. I told y'all I don't like doing this. He pisses me off. I don't really like doing Darrell Brooks videos, but he pisses me off. If I was one of those bailiffs, I would have just lost my job. I wouldn't have cared. I would have whooped his behind. Excuse my language. So don't be surprised.